Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Holly and today I'm going to be going through my newborn essentials. I can't believe my little baby is now 3 months old. It has been crazy how fast the time has gone. I have two little kids. The first is 2 and the second is a 3-month-old. And I can't say that I love the newborn stage, but it is a lot of fun and it's great to see these cute little newborns turn into babies and be more interested in the world. So this newborn stage really is a difficult stage. And I wanted to add in a disclaimer here that essentially you don't need very much for a newborn. Really, you only need wipes, diapers, some clothes, a place for the baby to sleep, and a way to feed your baby. And if you have those things, really that is all essentially like what you need. Newborns don't need a ton, they just need love, they just need to be fed and like changed, and that's basically it. So these are all just things that I really liked and made my life easier. So everything on top of what I had just said are just things that are extras and are just hopefully going to make your life easier, but I wouldn't go like way extreme buying all the things, because I learned with my second that all kids are very different. So as I go through all of these items that I've gotten, I also just want to add this in here that I got a lot of stuff used, which I think is great and free if you can get it from somebody, and just see if your baby is going to like it, because they might not. And so if you spend a whole ton of money on something, you're kind of out that, and that's why there's so many baby product I regret videos. So I just wanted to add that little disclaimer there that what works for me and each of my babies might not work for you, but hopefully there can be some things that make your life easier. I'm going to be going through different categories as I tell you each of my essentials. And the very first category I wanted to talk about is sleep, because it is so important. My gosh, that newborn stage is so hard, and sleep is one of the main reasons why it's so difficult. It's so important to me that my babies get good sleep and that my newborn starts out with very good sleep habits. Blackout curtains are so important. I really love white aesthetic, and so I have a lot of white things, and I got white blackout curtains, but the back of the white curtain has a black panel and it keeps out sound and it also keeps out light. And so I can insert a video of my blackout curtains. I love these. I got them from Amazon. I had them in both kids' bedrooms and I really love them. Next is a sound machine. I really love the Baby Hatch sound machines. They are awesome because you can connect them through Bluetooth to your phone, and you can also program them, and it has tons of different sounds. It also has a light for an older toddler if they are needing a night light. So I really like the Hatch sound machine. And as for swaddles, I really love stretchy swaddles. So this one is from Copper & Pearl, and I really love this one. I think this is probably my favorite swaddle that I have, because it keeps my son really tight and he never ever wiggles out of this one. So I highly recommend Copper & Pearl. I also really love this one from SNOO. I think that it is really soft and it is also a little bit stretchy, and I love their patterns, and so I highly recommend it. Just some really nice comfy swaddles that can keep your baby warm. My son loves to be swaddled with his arms down, and so I just roll him up like a burrito in these blankets, and that keeps him comfortable. But if your baby likes to be swaddled with their arms up, I used to use the Dream Up Swaddle Me with my first son, and he loved that thing. So you really kind of have to play around with what your baby is gonna like. If you are pregnant right now, I would definitely just go on the cheaper end of some things, and maybe if you can buy something used and just see if your baby is gonna like it, or I would wait. You definitely have time to wait to buy everything. You don't have to buy every single thing right now before your baby comes. It's also important to be able to watch a baby when they're sleeping to make sure that they are safe, and if they start crying, it's nice to be able to look and see if they might fall back asleep or not, and so we use monitors. I have the Wise monitor from Amazon, and I really like that one. I feel like it's reliable and it is just connected to my phone. I like using ones that can connect to my phone because I can always just check on them, and I don't feel like I need to constantly be looking at them because I know that they're safe in their bassinet. And so I don't constantly look, but I like to check every once in a while, and I just like looking on my phone. I can also look on my phone when I'm not home and I have a babysitter or whatever, and I can look and see how they're doing, which is nice. I have it in both my 2-year-old's room and also with my 3-month-old looking over his bassinet. When it comes to bassinets, I looked really hard and we did a ton of research, and we ended up going with the SNOO bassinet, which is a smart bassinet. It is really expensive if you buy it from their website, and it senses when the baby is crying, and it will rock the baby, and it will turn up a white noise and help the baby fall back asleep. It was definitely worth it. I think that he has slept much better. It's so nice in the middle of the night, like if he does start to like wiggle and like fussing, that the SNOO will gently rock him, and a lot of times he'll fall back asleep. The great thing about the SNOO though is that it keeps its value really well. So we bought it for $800, and honestly we could probably sell it for like $750 or even $800 because it still works great. It's in perfect condition, and people are gonna buy it used, you know, whether we're like the first people to use it or the second. So I probably would make it a little bit less just because I would feel better about that. So I might sell for $700 or $750. And that means that the SNOO only ended up being like $50 to $100 for us, which was definitely worth it. I don't think I would recommend buying it from the site for the full price and keeping it forever. I would recommend probably reselling it. You never know when they're going to come out with another one or a different version comes out or anything like that. But you also don't need it. It definitely was something I didn't have with my first, and you don't have to have it. It's nice to have, but any old bassinet would do. With my first, we even just used a pack and play and just had the top shelf layer down, and that worked perfectly well. So you really don't have to spend a ton of money to have a safe place for your child to sleep where they are going to sleep well and hopefully sleep through the night soon. All right, so going on to play. I love watching my little ones learn how to play and learn to like use their hands and kick their feet. And something that I love is this play mat by Lovevery. It has balls that they can kick with their feet. It makes little noises. They have different sections. This one is like crinkly noises. They have like colors and textures, things like that. So I love that. And it also comes with these black and white cards, and that's awesome for newborns because they see in black and white. They really love looking at contrast. And so this is a great way for tummy time to be something a little bit more interesting than looking at, you know, nothing. And their eyesight is also very blurry when things are far away. And so having this close to them, they're able to concentrate and see the texture. And you can also buy like a black and white book, which I really love as well. It's also great to have a place to put your baby when you need both arms free and you don't want to carry them in a carrier. And so my first son loved the swing. We would put him in the swing and he would instantly like fall asleep. And it was just like one of those really cheap swings that went back and forth by like Fisher Price. And we got it from one of my family members for free. So that was super awesome. You can find those swings on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap. So I would probably go with that first and see if your kid likes that. And if they don't, you can resell it or give it away. But my second son hated all those types of swings, and he literally loves the bouncer, and he loves the baby Bajorn bouncer that we like move with our feet. And that is the only thing he'll sit in. I know it's like pretty pricey. We got it on Facebook Marketplace for half off, which I thought was awesome. And it's definitely been worth the cost for us. All right, so on to changing. So when you are changing your baby, you obviously need a place to change them. And I have this changing mat. So it's just like the really cheap one from Amazon that has like 1 million reviews. And it works really well. I just have it on top of my dresser. You can buy tons of different coverings for them so they match your nursery. And so I use this in my nursery, and when I am going out, I use this changing mat from Gather. And it is a leather changing mat, and it is so nice because it can be folded up really small and fit into your diaper bag, and anything can be wiped off of it. It's been really awesome. I really like this changing mat for on the go. There are tons of different types of diapers and wipes, and I have tried tons of different diapers. I went really cheap with my first son, and unfortunately they just did not work for him. They either broke him out or he would get blowouts like crazy. So we ended up using Honest diapers, and they have been awesome. We hardly ever get blowouts and they hardly ever leak, and so they have been a great diaper for us and our child. But I know that different legs, different body types, they're gonna be different. So I would recommend buying different kinds of diapers and seeing what works for your baby. I would not like spend a ton of money on one specific type of diaper and buy all the sizes in that diaper, because you just don't know if your baby is going to work well with that diaper. And the same goes for wipes. And so we use Honest diapers, and I really like Honest wipes, but I also enjoy Pampers Pure Wipes. Pampers Pure Wipes are a little bit cheaper, so I oftentimes go with those, but if Honest Wipes are on sale, I will buy that as well. When it comes to clothes, I really enjoy clothes that are just zippered. They are so cute when they're brand newborns and you want to dress them up so fancy, but you really aren't going anywhere and you really just want them to be comfortable and warm. And so both of my kids were born in the winter, and so I always made sure to have long sleeve things and things that cover their feet. You can put on socks, but sometimes socks are annoying and they fall off or whatever. So I like footed ones. Like I said, my kids were born in the wintertime, and so I also love using these little onesies that have the short sleeves to go underneath all of the zippered clothes and onesies that I have, because it keeps them warm. It just is a double layer, and those have been an essential for me and my newborns who are born in November. All right, lastly, when it comes to changing diapers, there are so many kinds of diaper rash creams. And I really just like Aquaphor. If I see a rash coming on, I will put some of this on there and it will go away within a couple days. And so I highly recommend some Aquaphor. You can also use it on dry skin and different things like that. It's been awesome. All right, so that is it for the changing items. And next we are going to be talking about bath time. So for bath time, I keep it really simple. I have this bath mat that I lay my baby on either in the sink or in the tub, and he can splash around in that. This is easy. I can roll it up. I can store it really easily. You honestly don't even need that. You can just get a towel and place it down on the bottom of a bathtub, and that was also a good cushioning. For a baby soap, I love this Puracy Natural Baby Shampoo and Body Wash. This has been awesome and it lasted us a really long time. So I really like this. I got it just from Amazon and it does really well on the EWG like scale. So it's very natural and it doesn't have anything that is going to harm your baby's skin. And so that is all I use when my baby's actually in the bath. When it comes to lotion, I don't buy any of the baby lotions. I did for my first and I hardly ever used them. So I ended up just using some coconut oil if I feel like my son is really dry and the coconut oil will soak into his skin. I love that it's all natural, and that has been what I've used for lotion. And as for a towel, obviously you can just use a regular towel. I like having like little baby towels. I think that they're really cute. And I also just like having something that's extra soft and fitted for them. I love this towel. It is from Riley & Crew. I think it's so cute and it's super soft, and I just like having these towels for my babies. Lastly are a way to clip your baby's fingernails, because my goodness, they grow really fast. Like, I don't know how they grow so fast, but they do, and they scratch their faces and they scratch your face, and if you're nursing, they scratch up your chest. If you know, you know. So when it comes to clipping their nails, I love these little tiny clippers. They are awesome. They're like little tiny scissors, and I can't cut his skin with them, which is great. And so these are really easy. I really love using these. All right, so our second to last category is feeding the babies. I have always nursed my babies, so I don't know a ton about bottle feeding. And so if you aren't planning on breastfeeding, just skip this section. But when it comes to breastfeeding, I have tons of tips and tricks. So I think I'm actually going to do a video on that. But as for right now, I'm just going to talk to you guys about the Haka, which has been awesome. This suctions onto the breast that you are not feeding from, and it catches all of the leaking milk, which is great because that way you don't have to pump and you still gain a supply. So I really love using the Haka, and it also just keeps from milk getting everywhere. I also really like having breast pads, which are little pieces of fabric that you put into your bra to catch any leaking milk throughout the day. And also it's great for when you are nursing your baby, because you can catch leaking milk that comes from their mouths. I don't know what it is about my babies, but they leak so much milk when they're drinking. Like, it's just coming out the other side, and I'm like, are you even drinking anything? Because my shirt is like soaking wet down here. So I really like using these breast pads, and they will catch any leaking milk. When it comes to burp cloths, I really like just cheap birth cloths. These ones I got from Amazon, and they're just muslin, and they catch a ton of milk. My first son spit up all the time, so we had these everywhere. I think we had like 12 of them. With this baby, I really only needed like 3 or 4. So I would definitely buy less, and then if you feel like you need more, then buy more later. You guys, I'm probably going to repeat it over and over. Buy used, buy less, because you just don't need a ton, and everyone's gonna push all this stuff at you, but you really don't need it. Less really is more when it comes to baby items. Lastly is going out. So when you're going out, obviously you need a diaper bag. I honestly am not a huge purse person, and so I forget to bring diaper bags with me. I love having a little clutch that has just diapers and wipes in the car, and that's like really honestly like all I need. But when I do go out and I know I'm gonna need an actual bag, this is the bag that I take. So this bag is actually a dupe, I would guess you could say, for the Fawn Design bag, and it's just from Amazon, and I really love it. It's lasted really well. I love the inside. It has tons of pockets, and I love that the back, this is something that isn't on the Fawn Design backpack, but you can unzip the bottom, and when you go on trips, which is when I use like this big huge bag, you can like slide this onto your suitcase, which is really great. So I really like this bag, and I will be able to link it down below for you guys so you can look it up on Amazon if you'd like. Another great item that is nice to have when you're going out is a baby carrier. This one is from Happy Baby, and I really love it. I love the rich brown color. They have tons of colors, but a lot of times they are sold out. So you kind of have to watch their website and see when they come back on. But this is super comfortable. My husband likes to use it as well. It's nice when it's like you need to make dinner and your baby's crying. You put it on, put your baby in here. And it's also nice if you don't want to have a stroller with you and you just want to carry your baby. Another thing is a car mirror. So that is a mirror that goes on a seat so that you can see your baby's face from the front seat. And I really like having a car mirror. It just kind of makes me feel safe that my baby is safe and I don't have to sit in the back, which is annoying to do. When it comes to car seats and strollers, there are tons of options that you can go with. I would definitely look and see what are the top rated for safety, because that's obviously most important. So we went with the Nuna Pipa, and I really love this car seat. It's really comfortable and it's lightweight, and it has organic fabric, which I like. We've really enjoyed it, and we've used it for both of our babies. The base is really heavy, and so we always just keep the base in the car. The car seat is really light and nice to take with us. So that's the car seat that I would recommend, but obviously you can do your own research and find what is best for you and find something in your price range that is going to work. For my first, we used a stroller system that worked with the Nuna. It was called the Tavo stroller, and I really like that stroller. It was awesome. I could just clip in my car seat and we could go, and I still use it with this baby, and so I really like having a stroller system. The one caveat to that is that if you're going to have more than one kid, you might want to look into getting a double stroller, because those have been awesome. I really like having, we have the Up a Baby Vista. I bought the Up a Baby Vista on Facebook Marketplace again. I bought it used, and it has been great. I really can't even tell that it's been used. We had a really good conditioned one, and I got it for a really great price. So really just do your research and see what is gonna work for you and your family. Do you wanna go running with your baby? Is this just gonna be for light strolls? Different things like that, and decide what kind of stroller you want from there. All right, guys, so those are all of my newborn essentials, but like I said, they're not actually essentials, but more of items that are going to hopefully make your life easier, things that are gonna make your baby a little bit happier. I hope that you all got some value from this video and could find some things that you all enjoy. I will have all these things linked down below if I can, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Talk to you later. Bye.